Have you ever been outside looking up at the clouds and imagined what it would be like to fly among them? Well, there once was a bird who did just that, and when he flew up so high, he saw something that changed his perspective forever. Listen closely, because this is the tale of Toby the eagle, and how he learned to understand why. Sometimes we have to let go of our dreams before we can reach them. Toby was an eagle with feathers like burnished gold and eyes that shone like amber. He lived high atop Mount Zephyr, the tallest peak that pierced the clouds. Now, Toby loved soaring through the skies more than anything. He'd spread his wings and ride the wind currents higher and higher, until he was above the fluffy white clouds, touching the azure blue expanse that stretched as far as he could see. Up there, it was just him, the wind, and the boundless freedom that made his spirit sing. One day, while Toby was flying above the world, he spotted a flock of geese flying in perfect formation. Their leader, a majestic Canada goose named Gerald, honked loudly, "Look at me, follow me," and the rest of the flock followed Gerald. As he flew toward the setting sun, Toby watched them go. For a moment he thought about joining them on their journey south for the winter, but the idea of spending time with those silly geese, taking turns honking and following each other, made him want to gag. "I would never be a goose," he scoffed, turning away. "I am an eagle, meant to roam free forever." Now, Toby was proud to be an eagle, and rightfully so. Eagles are known for their sharp eyes, powerful talons, and unwavering freedom. But sometimes Toby's pride made him forget the world below. The eagles and hawks he spent his time with talked only about hunting, flying fast, and seeing better than all other birds. They rarely discussed what lay beneath the clouds, like the places where the grasses grew tall, the rivers meandered, or the cozy nests tucked under the trees. Toby didn't care much for such things. He believed being an eagle was all that mattered, and he dreamed of becoming the greatest and freest eagle who ever lived. But then one evening, while watching the sunset over the distant mountains, Toby met a wise old owl named Celeste. Celeste had seen countless seasons, and her eyes twinkled with ancient knowledge. She hooted softly, "You seem troubled, young eagle. Is there something on your mind?" Toby hesitated, then poured out his heart to Celeste. "I am an eagle, but I feel like I don't know anything about the world below the clouds. I can't even tell you what kind of flowers grow there or what songs the meadowlarks sing. All I think about is being the best flyer and hunter, but I wonder, what's the point? How can being an eagle help anyone or make the world a better place?" Celeste listened patiently. When Toby was done, she replied, "Being an eagle is indeed a great thing, young one. But being the greatest at something does not always mean doing what you love. Sometimes it means doing what must be done." She explained that while eagles soar freely, they also have duties. When rabbits hop too close to foxes, eagles swoop down to scare them away. When farmers lose their sheep to wolves, eagles circle above to find the hidden dens and guide the hunters. "We don't choose what we must do," Celeste continued, "but by helping others, we make our home a better place, even if it means staying lower than the clouds. Helping those below the clouds is not beneath us, it is our purpose." Toby thought about her words as they flew together toward Mount Zephyr, but still, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was missing something. The next day, he decided to try to be a bit more like Celeste. When he saw a lost lamb stuck in a thorny bush, he swooped down and used his strong beak to pull the thorns away. When a farmer waved to him, Toby circled above, guiding him to a hidden nest of baby quail that had fallen out of their nest. For the first time, Toby saw how his keen eyesight and sharp talents could help those below the clouds, but he still felt incomplete. Then one breezy afternoon, Toby heard a familiar honk. It was Gerald, the Canada goose. He and his flock were preparing for their annual migration south. Toby watched them take off. "Where are you going?" he asked. Gerald turned. "We are flying to warmer lands for the winter. Why don't you join us?" Toby shook his head. "I am an eagle. I do not travel with geese." But Gerald replied, "Being an eagle does not mean you cannot benefit from traveling with geese. We look out for each other and share the work of flying, resting, and guiding the way. Sometimes flying together is easier and safer, even for a proud eagle like yourself." Toby considered this, remembering Celeste's words about purpose and helping others. Perhaps Gerald was right. Maybe flying with the geese wouldn't diminish Toby's wild spirit. It might just add a new chapter to his story. And so, with a mix of excitement and nervousness, Toby joined the flock. At first it was strange. Toby had to get used to flying in formation and taking turns leading the way. But soon he realized that Gerald and the others were right. Flying with the geese was not so bad. In fact, it was rather nice. They shared stories about their homes, sang songs as they flew, and helped each other rest during long journeys. And when they encountered storms, they huddled together for support, making the harsh winds a little less frightening. As they flew south, Toby began to understand that helping others and fulfilling a purpose could be part of his freedom, not a restriction. He could be an eagle and a team player, strong and kind, fierce and helpful. Being an eagle wasn't just about being the best flyer or the sharpest hunter. It was about using his gifts to help those around him, whether he was soaring alone or flying in a flock. When Toby and the geese finally reached their winter home, a beautiful lake surrounded by weeping willows and cattail marshes, he felt a sense of belonging he had never known. He spent his time with the geese, protecting them from predators, sharing stories of the north, and enjoying the comfort of having friends to lean on when the winds grew cold. After the long winter, when the geese began to prepare for their return flight north, Toby felt a mix of sadness and excitement. He had grown to appreciate the value of friendship and teamwork, but he also yearned for the open skies above his mountain home. When the time came to say goodbye, Gerald the goose called out to Toby, "We will miss you, friend. Remember, even the strongest eagles need friends to lean on sometimes, and even the humblest goose can learn from a great eagle like you." Toby nodded, touched by Gerald's words. As he soared away, he knew that although he had to let go of his dream to spend the winter with the geese, he was gaining something far greater. He was gaining a deeper understanding of himself, his purpose, and the strength that comes from embracing both independence and friendship. The moral of the story: sometimes letting go of our dreams helps us discover new strengths and purposes we never knew we had. And even the loneliest eagle can find warmth and wisdom among the simplest of geese. If this heartwarming tale touched your heart and taught you something new, please like and share it with your friends. Every like and share brings us closer to our goal of inspiring more people around the world. And remember, just like Toby, you can always find strength in new beginnings.